Joining us now, we have Sam Pace-Twomey from the 48-Hour Film Project in Des Moines with us. So Sam, thank you for being here today. Great to have you. And everybody's getting into the Halloween spirit. So of course, we want to talk best of horror, all the films. So let's talk about what's being shown tomorrow.
You bet. Well, the 48-Hour Film Project, we've had about 18 seasons in Des Moines for our regular event. So we decided it was time to bring in a special horror event just for October. So this is actually the first running of the 48-Hour Film Project Des Moines Horror. And Friday, we're going to be screening our Best of Horror screening and costume event. So we'll be showing the top 11 films that were made just a few weeks ago here in Des Moines.
That's so great.
Yeah, we'll be screening all 11, and then we'll be announcing all the award winners and also crowning Best Costume Contest winner too.
And you know we love to see all the costumes that come out, right?
Absolutely. Well, it's a few days before Halloween, and we'll be at the Iowa Historical Building Auditorium, so we thought, you know, if we're bringing everyone out for some great films, let's also have some fun and have some costumes and some prizes so that they can be a part of it. It's going to be a great night, though. Just independent films that were made here locally just a few weeks ago, and they're all horror-based.
And this is so incredible to see so much local talent come together to make this happen. Film it takes talent, it takes hard work, ideas. You know, you got some major powerhouse talent coming to the table on this. Do you have a favorite out of all of these? I know.
That's hot water.
Yeah.
You know, just the fact that all of these teams were able to make these short films in these varied genres in just 48 hours is amazing. And we had 21 teams actually compete this year.
Wow.
So to narrow that down to 11, our judges had a really hard time, and I'm actually impressed with all of the entries. So I don't have a favorite. I'm just glad that they're all were created here locally, and that we can screen them for an audience that loves independent films.
Yes. As for the filmmakers, do you have any advice or tips for folks that didn't get in on this time, but they'd like to be a part of your film fest?
You bet. Well, the 48-Hour Film Project challenges filmmakers around the globe to make a short film in just one weekend. And we'll be back next summer for our 19th event, and we'll turn 20 in just a few years.
Wow.
It's hard to believe we've been doing it for almost 20 seasons here in Des Moines. My advice is to just start making films. Even if you haven't been able to register or weren't sure yet, start making films, start editing, start the process. Because with filmmaking, the more you do, the better you get. And then maybe when the event rolls around next July, you'll be ready to compete in the 48 Des Moines in 2023.
What does having just 48 hours do for these filmmakers?
That's a good question. It's very freeing in that it's all about doing and not talking about it. And sometimes as artists, we spend a lot of time going over and obsessing over things.
Yeah, perfectionism, which doesn't work in art.
Right, and you can't, and sometimes you don't even get it done. What the 48-Hour Film Project does is it challenges them to do something in a short period of time. There's really no time to overthink it.
Exactly.
So they just got to do it, and then we show it a few days later to local crowds. And you know, the 48 is a safe area for filmmakers to expand their talents and to fail. Because in filmmaking, you're not going to be perfect overnight. And like I said, the more you do, the better you get. So we see film teams come back year after year, and they may start out as, you know, not as solid entries, but it's amazing to see over the years how their talent grows, not only with making more films, but making important networking connections within the 48 so that they have assets and peers that they can call on for future projects.
They got to start somewhere. Great to have you. We'll have this information online. A spooky night coming up. Love it.